Welcome back to Logan's Salvage and Automotive. This is part two on the Little Red Plymouth Sundance. Uh, let's get after it. Get some things done. Alright, so I'm an idiot, and the last clip won't have any audio because I completely forgot to turn the microphone on, but check out the undercoating job. Up to there, looks like new. Fuel tank area looks like new again. That rusty cross member, yeah, it's probably still going to rust, but I'm hoping that will, where I cleaned it and wire brushed it and wiped it down and painted it, will hopefully last a good long time. I got up and around the frame rail on both sides above the muffler, and I ran out before I could get this whole thing, which is fine. I forgot to wire brush that spot anyway. But 2 cans didn't go hardly as far as I thought it would. Based on my random math here, I'm figuring 1 would finish back here, and 2 would probably get me up to the front subframe. 3, I'm figuring 3 more cans over time, because I wanted to get this area just so I could get the fuel tank put back in it and I wouldn't have to worry about it. Because this part's done, happy. I'll probably undercoat the fuel tank when I put it up, because they don't paint them very well anyway. So yeah, it looks better than it was, because it was just like up there, just overspray and primer, and now it's actually got some kind of protecting coating on it. So here's hoping. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Don't know what you can or can't see. May or may not make it into the episode, but we're gonna try to get these back about where they belong. Pretty close anyway. So you need to go something like that. I don't really remember. Been a minute. There we go. They may have to be fudged. But they clamp there. They clamp there. They clamp to the broken clamp. Well, both of those need some more bend to them. I'd like to get them pretty close to back factory looking. Not that it much matters, but you know, makes me feel better about it. The idea is not to kink them in the process, because that would suck. They lay together really good right there. Not so much on this end. Well, hey, work with what you got, you know. I made them, so if they're wrong, it's my fault. That's just how it is. I think I'll make it right there. Maybe that'll twist. Straighten some. Maybe down there. Maybe this down out of the way. Maybe there's two over here. Let me touch. Hey. Look. So, there we go. Okay. I'm watching that. Well, what you can. I believe this metric. I believe it's 10. I think it's metric right. 10. There. Okay. That's what I'm doing. Oh, not the bars. I wanted the bars. I mean, if that's what it comes to, we could possibly be wrong. Now, just a new fuel line. That's got pressure line from the, or probably, two filter, out filter. This is the emissions line. On the back of the back, and how far this is turn up. Okay. In theory, the fuel tank can go back in, the fuel tank can come out, and then the tank can go. But I know that it came out of there. There we go. That can hang right there for now. See if I can position you. I think you're looking at what I'm looking at. There's some light. I don't know if that's helping or hurting, but these two fuel tank straps, which, quite frankly, I can tell you right now, the answer is no, it's not happening. But we're going to try it. Remove them without breaking the stud. I don't see them coming loose, but wow, that went way better than expected. Oh, the nuts made to the that's fairly creative. The little nut spins in the clip on the strap. Well, I gotta have those little clips then. I have never. Pocket screwdriver's gone. Oh well. Or can we do 2 for 2? Are we that lucky today? Safety glasses, highly recommended. Can we? Sure enough, we got both of them. I've got new straps and stuff for it, but I need these clips on the end. So, yay. In theory, we're ready to slide the new tank in. I would love to get the tank under it and see if I've got some fuel lying around to dump it, see if the pump will cycle and dump the rotten out of the return line. You got a pump plug in, a sending unit plug in, a pressure, a return, and a vent. And the biggest one, that's the pressure. The small one's the return. All right, let's soap up that and go get the straps. You're looking the wrong way again, but hold that thought. As install these clips. Oh. Let's see here. How did they? I got them out now. Seems like I wrote something about saying a little bit of that little bit you did here. Because it's got to go in sideways. And then rotate. Oh no, it's dark. Help. Help me. Not too big, but there's a do here. Seems like I never got them out. Come on. It's gotta go in. It's gotta come down to rotate. It doesn't want to come out. Ouch. There we go. Around the end of this just fuzz. Oh, now we're at the market. Now you can call this more apart. Oh, okay. Now it ends up like that. It's gotta go in and down enough to rotate. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure I've even got them the right direction, which is crazy for me. Almost always got to do stuff 3 times. Yeah. I just gotta get the tank in there. It's gonna suck. I really wish I could get the exhaust out of my way, but without cutting it in two, that's just not gonna happen. And it come out the exhaust in the way, it should go back. I apologize now for the rather terrible lighting, but I can't see either, so don't feel bad. I lubricated the fuel neck thing. Oh. Make sure it's still lubricated. It is. The AC. I'm trying not to scratch it all to pieces because I undercoated it to be fancy. But you know how that goes. towards. There we go. Here we go. Maybe. No, yes, maybe. Can I? Yeah, I'm scratching. I'll give up on that. That's my north left scratching. If I can get started on the film, which is that's how it is. Yeah, let's have the pocket screwdriver. Okay. There we go. We're starting on the neck somewhat. Just gotta slide in. Just gotta. Huh. That's what I'm supposed to figure out. I'll take that. Slowly. I shouldn't put the fill neck back in first. Let me take the fill neck back out. Okay. Fill neck's loose. I'm an idiot. Don't worry. I'll fix that one out. Fast. Wait for everything. Don't worry. There don't need much to look at, but it's the best angle I can give you in this moment. The fill neck is all the way up finally. The tank is really close to being where it needs to be. I'm trying desperately to start one strap. Pressure line. Make sure this hose. So let's go take it. Tank. This is I'm gonna do the fill neck again. Both those lines of those are not laying right on the fill neck. Oh no, you fell over again. I'll tell you what. Can you make a tripod that just sits straight on the ground for like doing things really low to the ground like I'm doing? Let me take this off. Cut it again. Make sure where it needs to go. And not a problem. Note to self. Don't if your buddies ever asked you, say, hey, I've got a 92 Plymouth Sundance that needs a fuel tank. Want to come help me this weekend? Tell them no. They're not really your friend. All I'm saying, they're not really your friends. This line's long. Can't fix it. Fuel filter bolt is stripped out oversized layout. We have to find, I guess it's in the first double turn there. The first double turn, I'll turn it up, and we'll see what's starting. So let me get. I want to say it's a 5/16. I could be wrong. I'm wrong. Like a 7. Let's install a battery. No big deal, we can fix that bolt. Now that I've got the broken stud out, I'm just going to cheat. And for now, I'm going to put this bolt through it, shove it up the nut, and that'll retain the battery for the foreseeable future. It will. I'm going to tell you, it will retain the battery. Battery. Welcome back to Project Sundance, Plymouth, whatever you want to call it. Fuel injection, not fuel injecting. So we are going to attempt to remove the fuel injector and make it function. As you can see, fuel injection, there's a torch screw this cap, and I think you just pry it out. We'll see how that goes. See if I can find the appropriate bit here. I'm guessing a T25. I guess correctly. The key to this is not to drop it down the engine, because that would be suboptimal. There's the bolt. There's the wire harness. Lay this somewhere where I will for sure lose it. The harness goes under that regulator, so it's not coming out of there. We'll just leave it. Allegedly, that bolt is all that retains that. Then you should be able to just remove it. We'll get some channel locks and we'll grab it gently and see if we can pull it up out of there where we can fool with it. Well, that was easy. There's your injector. See if we can make it work. Now, I'll just be straight with you. I've never tried to dismantle and repair a fuel injector before. Generally, if you just beat on it hard enough and soak it in fresh gas, they take off working. This one has not. Because we put the fuel pump in, I got fuel pressure to it. I've got injector pulse, which is not really a pulse, more of just an on signal. I don't know if that's how it is or what, but it's not opening this. And it looks like this red ring comes off of there. There's a split in it. I'm going to try to do that right there without damaging it. Let's lay that over here. What does that let us do? It lets us take an O-ring off. There's the upper O-ring. But this screen, does it slide off the top? What does it do? Is it firmly attached? You can get these. They're a little pricey, but you can get them. I don't know. There's a little nub right in the center. Does that move up and down? I don't know. It acts like it. Something inside here. The positive and negative is basically just a coil of wire to magnet, electromagnet wrapped around there. When you apply voltage, it picks up on a valve, more or less, is all it does. Is tick, 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 tick. That's the noise you hear. Is the valve going up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's not going up and down. It's not going up. It's stuck down because it's been shut for 20 some odd years. Odds are we're going to have to replace it. But maybe we can make it happy again. I'm going to try to get a battery and just tick, 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 and see if I can force it to open. See, it's got a brass thing in the center. I don't know if that goes up and down. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I've never taken one apart before. See, here's the inlets. There's a hole. There's a hole. I think there's a hole. This screen keeps particulate from getting in there. So fuel goes in, sets. And then it opens and lets it come out the bottom. Well, what's it got a screen down there for? They sell rebuilt fuel injectors, so somebody knows how to take this apart. This is not me. I know on a Chevrolet type throttle body, these little screens come off. This is my only Chrysler Plymouth throttle body I've ever fooled with. Let me get like a 9-volt battery or get me some wires and see if I can and get it function. Now that it's out where I can, beat it on the fender or whatever. Let's put the stuff back on it. Put the O-ring back on it. Put the little plastic O-ring retainer thing back on it. As if this center part's supposed to move. I don't know. The way I see it, it's no good as it is. If I make it worse, what's the harm? Because it doesn't work right now, So if it already doesn't work, I can't foul it up any worse than it is. Let me go get some wires and we'll to the battery and see if we can make it, feel it do something. I've got this nice little cheap set of test leads. I'm going to hook the power. And I'm going to I cannot feel it opening. I can hear it clicking, which is just it arcing. Maybe it is opening. There's fuel leaking out of it now. Probably not the best idea to be arcing wires while it's actively leaking fuel. Oh, you hear that? It just opened. Does that mean it's going to spray right? No. Does that mean it's going to function right? No. But there's a chance. There's a slim chance. And now that it's opening and closing, clicking, but put it back in, it may do the thing. Or it'll just stick wide open and flood the engine. One or two. Can't wait to find out which. I didn't tear any of the O-rings, luckily. I gotta remember which way it was turned. The round part of the plug-in is that way, so it goes like this. So let's put that like so. Like that. That was a miraculously easy injector repair. I did not expect that. I figured I'd be ordering one and waiting 2 weeks, spending a ridiculous amount of money. They want like $200 and some for that little injector. I found some cheaper on the internet, but I want a name brand and I want new. I don't really like a reman stuff. I'll run reman stuff, but I'm here to tell you, if given the option, I prefer new parts. All right. Well, now that the injector's in, you want to see if it'll start? Granted, I don't know if you'll even be able to tell that it's running because, well, there's no belt or anything on it, but I'll point you at it and maybe it'd be really great if it would make noises. I don't know that it'll make noises, but I got the keys and what should hopefully be a not dead battery yet, and an injector that may or may not function. Wow. It immediately came to life. Oh my God. Is it leaking anything? That was hilarious. I did not expect it to start right up. I thought for sure it was just going to crank, no start. Oh my God, let's start it again. Let's fire it up and let it run a second. Oh my God, that's the first time it started in 20 some years. Do we have an oil light? We do. Let's see if it goes off. I've got an airbag light, but it is. Wow, that runs good. All right. Wow. Oh, it makes me happy every time. Oh. Well, other than the pile of smoke and the god awful exhaust noise, congratulations, you've witnessed history. Geneva's 92 Sundance fired right up once it got fuel. I mean, immediately, just boom, right to life. But we're not done. The alternator's seized, the water pump's not hooked up. We don't have any brakes, obviously. The air cleaner's full of mouse house over there. We'll get it cleaned up in a while. I don't know what this does. It was laying loose already. There's a couple vacuum lines to hook up. It doesn't have air conditioning, so we don't have to worry about that. But it needs cleaned. It needs taken care of. All this is starting to crud up. We need to clean all that up. We don't have any brakes. Does the transmission work? I don't know. We're off the ground, although not great. We are off the ground. This is my little rack. It's not much. It'll probably do the job I need it to do. We are in I think that's neutral. We have drive. We have speedometer. Let's go back to neutral. Let them come to a stop. We have reverse. We do. Back in the neutral. Back in the drive. There's second gear. I did not expect it to shift. Go back to neutral. We have a transmission. We have motor. We have transmission. Oh my God, it runs great. Oh, I wish Geneva was here to see it now. I actually knew the old woman just a little bit. And she would like to send her car back on the road. And I can't wait to do it. I've already got an idea for aftermarket wheels, a spoiler, maybe a bulge hood and some stripes. And I know it's not what she would have wanted, but I mean, can you imagine? Fancy aluminum wheels, 16-inch tires, the hood with the bulge from a turbo model, the factory spoiler, black trim, a passenger side mirror, and some kind of stripe kit. If I was a graphic artist, I'd do the digital thing and show what I think it would look like, but I'm not that good. But it runs. It fires right up. It's amazing. And who says setting fuel injection's a bad idea? Now, I'm here to tell you, a lot of people don't like to fool with fuel injection that has been sitting for reasons like this: injector, electronics. If the computer, wherever the hell it's at, was bad, what are you going to do? We're going to find a computer for this thing. Yeah, you can order one, but I'm here to tell you, I've bought like 4 computers in my life, aftermarket, and none of them functioned. It runs. It runs great. Oh my God. And now, I've never put a timing belt in a Chrysler 4-cylinder. I have no idea what I'm about to get into, but let's see if the power steering works. It didn't make any noise. It's full of fluid. Oh my God, that belt says Mopar on it. That is O-Ridge. Huh. For some reason, it has no options besides automatic transmission and power steering. So let's see if the power steering works. I'm just excited to start it now. I just want to sit here and run it all day. But no water pump, no alternator. It wouldn't last long that way. So, I mean, right to life. Oh yeah, buttery smooth. $38,592 miles. Not charging. Oil pressure lights out. The temperature gauge isn't climbing yet, and it's got less than half a tank because I put like 6 gallons of gas in it, or better. We have power steering, we have functioning transmission, we have running engine. Now, we need timing belt, alternator, water pump, belts, oil change, probably a fresh set of plug wires and plugs because God only knows how long. It runs great though. The exhaust is obviously unhooked. Somebody did steal the converter. Timing belts. Just the one. This car has one. It's original, I'm positive. Because it was produced in 92. She passed away in like 2001. It's got 38,000 miles on it. I'm 100% certain it's never had one put in it. And I'm concerned about dry rot more than anything, really. So, yeah. We're going to attempt to put one. I've never put a timing belt in a 4-cylinder Chrysler Plymouth application, but I'm going to try it. It can't be that hard. And that process probably starts with something I'm not thinking about. Because it looks like it's into halves. This half is just sitting here. There's a single bolt here. There may be one back there. I think the whole top half can come out. Because I think you got to take the motor mount, the alternator, the bracket, the water pump. I think all of it's got to come apart. But I don't know. So, if we get that in, order the water pump turns, but it's not great. It needs a water pump. Alternator is actually corroded so much the case is broken. So you need water pump, alternator, oil change, get the timing belt in it, and then I can sit and run indefinitely, which is kind of what we're going for here. I want to be able to turn the key, let it sit and run, see if it overheats, let it charge, keep all the electronics happy. This needs to go. Oh yeah. Let me get it reset on the rack where I can raise it up and get that wheel and stuff off, and we'll start trying to take it apart. All right, that's going to do it for part 2 on the Plymouth Sundance. Yeah. Can't wait to see you guys next time and continue working on this. Progress is being made. It won't be long. And we will be going on our first drive. That'll be exciting. See what does and doesn't work. Go get some brakes on this thing. Get the fan to run. It's got to have tires. It's going to be cleaned. We'll see you next time. Like and subscribe.